This program is sponsored by Dave Stahl.
Power on. Power on.
It's time to take your place on the starting grid and get ready for Racer Radio. Your host, Dave Stahl, about to take you for a white-knuckled lap around the motorsports industry, covering everything from top-notch national drivers and crew chiefs right down to your local kid racers and racetracks. Watch for the apex, because here comes Racer Radio with Dave Stahl.
Racer Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170, The Answer. I'm Dave.
I'm Brittany.
And we are going to have us a ton of fun right here for a solid hour. All right, Brittany, young lady, how are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. How about you?
You're all excited. Somebody came down and bought a B&B roller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a pretty car. I love that car.
Beautiful.
It is. It is, and it's got an old, looks like an old NASCAR paint scheme with a number 11 on it.
It's unique style of race car.
Yeah, it really is.
Cars.
But speaking of racing, who you got today?
Well, I was thinking, a girl misses a track if she's reading race reviews about drivers she doesn't know at tracks she didn't even know existed.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, and I found myself doing that this week. And when I came across a race review that had me laughing out loud, I thought, I got to get a hold of the guy who wrote this.
Yeah.
He's going to be a great guest. He's got to be a fun time. So, Dave, please welcome Mike calling all the way from Iowa.
Wow. And that is Mike Van Genderen?
Van Genderen.
Really?
Yeah, just like it looks, Van Genderen.
That must have been fun when you were little, huh?
I know, Dutch. Very Dutch.
Oh, very good. So, how long you been racing?
This is my 30th year.
Wow. So, what do you race?
The last many years I've raced IMC modifieds, pretty much. I've raced stock cars, modifieds. I've pretty much done them all, but the last few years, that's kind of what we've done. So,
and you
about 3-4 years ago, I won the East Bay Winter Nationals. I was the guy that took the little 604 crate and beat all the big GMP cars. That's what I did in Florida I think it was about 4 years ago in January. So that was kind of fun. So
they haven't forgotten you is what you're saying.
Well, some people like to forget things, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. So, wow, running for 30 years, boy, I bet you could tell some stories.
Well, it's been interesting. So I've been out in your guys' neck of the woods. I went to Canyon out there in Arizona.
Oh, I love Canyon. It's banked.
Yeah. I've been there one time, and I won a $5,000 to win modified show out there before I went to the Duel in the Desert in Vegas, probably 6 years ago, roughly.
Oh, okay.
So the last time I had a $5,000 to win show before the Duel was the one I won. So that's kind of fun. So never raced in California, though.
Oh, you haven't been to, we got Paris, California, which is a half-mile stupid fast.
Yeah.
Then we've got Ventura, which will make you dizzy because it's
the opposite.
What is it, 3/8?
It's a little paper clip.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really tiny. But if you've ever heard the name Corey Kruisman, that's where he holds his sprint car school.
Yep, okay. Yeah, I know some California racers, but I go to the Duel in the Desert quite a bit. So actually I'll be helping do all the track prep for that this year and run the show at the Duel in the Desert in November. So hopefully Vegas opens up by November and we'll be fine.
I got a feeling we will, because even our dirt tracks here locally, they're now renting them out for anybody that needs to rent the track, and slowly but surely. But see, what I guess the only issue would be at a racetrack today would be the fans, because when you guys and girls are in the cars, I mean, you're pretty socially distanced. You got helmets and socks in your face. I mean, so there's not that issue. But, yeah, we just need to get this thing open. I mean, that's all there is to it.
And that's what Brittany was talking about. We raced last weekend in Missouri, and we had over 200 cars show up. We had a limit of 350 people in the grandstands, and we sold those out in 6 minutes online.
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we had 200 race teams come in with everybody starting to race kind of in our area a little bit, and just had an awesome show. We had a little bit of everybody's fighting as of this weekend, too, even my local track up here, like, or I've raced for years, but where the Super National is at, every track's getting a little choppy just because of all the moisture we've been getting here lately. So we had a little choppiness. So we had a little character to deal with.
Character.
We kind of worked it on character. That's exactly right.
That's what was cracking me up. The track due to rain had character.
We had character, but we went out there and I sat in the tractor all night, and after we raced, kind of leveled things out and got it better by the second night. And this weekend around here, some tracks have had some character, and I raced my track I own, which is Stewart Speedway in Iowa. We open up Wednesday, and we've got about 4,000 to 5,000 laps on it with tests and tunes, one car at a time, over the last 2 months. So we are ready to go with real racing. So I hope we won't have much character. I think we'll have a pretty good racing service. And it's going to be a beautiful week. We're finally getting a good week, and it's going to be 80 degrees all week.
Yeah, so you guys actually race during the week. You don't just race on Saturdays.
No, in Iowa, you can race during the summer. You can race every day of the week if you want to in a normal, non-COVID year.
Heavenly.
You can race.
You
can race every day. You can race every day of the week.
You're killing Brittany. You're just
our local track, and I love having a local track, but we get to race 2 days a month.
Yeah, that's
what it is.
Yeah.
Well, some of that's also because we do have one, well, it's not really because we're trying to be polite. Paris.
To neighbors.
Yeah, because Paris Auto Speed. No, you're out in the frickin' mountains.
Okay,
I mean, your only neighbors are squirrels. God, how big is your track?
My track's quarter mile, just like this week. We race, we test and tune tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We race Wednesday. We'll have 100, 150 competitors race on Wednesday during the middle of the week. And then Friday, I took over Adams County Speed, which is in Corning, Iowa, and we do a test, tune, and practice there with some pit crew challenge for 500 to win. Then we have Saturday races. Then I go back to Stewart Sunday and Mondays. So kind of give you an idea in Iowa, when it comes to this week, just me alone, I'm running 5 races this week.
Whoa.
Just alone. But you could race every day of the week this week in Iowa, even with us being kind of semi-closed because of COVID.
Yeah. So, wow. So let's talk about a non-COVID season. Well, I mean, how many? I mean, I'm sure you have race divisions and championships, and how many tracks in your area?
I can't remember in Iowa. We used to have like 57 tracks, just guessing, but just in Iowa. So we, I don't remember the exact number, and somebody probably say I was off by 10 or whatever, but we have a lot of racetracks in Iowa. But every year some of them get closed down,
sure.
And and this year is really going to be a factor when we can't have fans. It's going to be financially tough on racetracks, so I could see a few more closing down after this year, just because of the tough. Just like whether you have in a restaurant or a bar or whatever it may be, it's just not good. So
but the only thing nice about a track, if it shuts down, it doesn't go anywhere. It just sits there.
You don't have to feed it
until somebody comes back and says, "Let's open up and let's get going." Unless they bulldoze it down. And I'm only saying that because we had a track here in town that they bulldozed down that no one has gotten over since. Have you raced mainly on dirt, or have you done any asphalt?
Only asphalt I have done is at the Speedrome in Indianapolis, figure 8 racing. That's the only. That's the only. I think you guys got a big one in California too, of outlaw figure 8 somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I've seen it, but I did the same exact thing at the Speedrome in Indianapolis. I used to be a big figure 8 racer, and that was my only asphalt. I went there with a double the weight car, and there was 27 cars. I took a big old beater, and I ended up getting third out of 27 cars in like a 2-hour race or whatever it was. And
wow,
it was kind of survival of the fittest, and my car survived. Let me put it that way. We were kind of the bad part of the neighborhood, so during the races and after the races, we had a big group at our trailer before and after. So we were kind of the outsider. So we had cops and everybody there just kind of keep an eye on us. Everybody wanted to say a word or two.
So I always have to bring this up because when I'm talking to the young drivers that are just starting out or the older drivers, tell me about your sponsors.
Got great sponsors. I've been racing 30 years. I got some with me 10, 20 years. So,
wow.
and same with the racetrack. I bought this racetrack last year, and I've been doing racetracks for over 10 years now. And, over the racetracks and my personal and everything else, I've probably got 50 to 80 sponsors, which is a great thing. Without sponsors in racing, especially when you own a racetrack,
Sure.
It will never happen. You can race without sponsorship. It isn't fun, but when you own a racetrack, there's absolutely no way without businesses and doing a good job for them. So I have a ton of them, just like this weekend. Because of the COVID and everything else, I've got 17 sponsors on 3 races this week just to really get their name out, try to help them out. And more I can advertise them. In fact, I did a thing this year. Everybody that sponsors a racetrack gets double the exposure. So if you had 2 nights, you're getting 4 and everything else. So we're just really going to blow up our sponsors because without them, we're not racing. And so we're just trying to help them out. And to give you an example, like the tracks that closed down, there's been a lot of tracks in Iowa closed down. The one in Brittany Red in Memphis, Missouri, just a few years ago, it was closed down.
Wow.
And we've turned it into a place where we race about 3-4 times a year.
Yeah.
And last fall we had 183 cars show up on a Friday night.
Wow.
Where there was like 0 locals that showed up, and it was just because there aren't many locals, so just people traveled. And this last week we had Wyoming. I mean, we had like 10 states represented in a little place in Missouri that has no population. Half of it's Amish, Mennonite. Horse and buggies and everything else. So it's just kind of fun to go play in a place. There ain't no place to stay in motels hardly. Maybe a 8-room motel for 200 cars. So
oh my God,
pretty cool.
All right, Michael. Hey, we're gonna definitely have you call back in throughout the season. Give your track and your fans a little bit of love because we're on iHeartRadio and we got free apps and. So everybody hears us. So we appreciate you taking time out of your Sunday and look forward to talking to you down the road.
Yeah, before the Duel in the Desert, give me a call and before November, and we'll do a little bit for the Duel in the Desert up there in Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Well, Brittany will take care of that. She's my new secretary.
Nice talking to you, Mike.
All right, buddy. All right, we're going to take a quick break. This is Racer Radio on FM 96.1, AM 1170. The Answer.